This is July 22nd, 2014. We are at Vijay Bhavan, the retired priest home of the Diocese of Ernakulam, Angamali. We are with Father Jose Thachil, who had an illustrious life. You were the editor of Amavasya.
Satyadevam.
Oh, you were editor of Satyadevam too?
Malabar Mail.
And Malabar Mail. Malabar Mail. Daily. No more in publication.
No.
Very nice. So, when was your ordination?
I was ordained in 1961, March 11th.
Where was it?
It was in Aluva.
Mangalappuzha Seminary?
Mangalappuzha.
Seminary. Tell us about your seminary life at Mangalappuzha.
It was under OCD fathers.
The Carmelite fathers.
Yes, Carmelite fathers. Especially for Aurelian and for Zacharias. And all other fathers from Spain. They came from Spain as missionaries and they were running the seminary excellently well.
So how did you were Syrian Christians, Syro Malabar seminarians, and there were also Latin Rite seminarians.
Yes.
So what was the kind of dynamics? How did it work out?
There was also Latins, there was also Syro Malabar.
Oh, Syro Malankara too?
Also.
Okay.
It was an interesting affair.
Why do you say that?
Because coming together, the old cultures, all different traditions, and we exchange our views, and there is a lot of friendship, and that made feel that church is one.
Great.
All Indian church, as Varshan studied in Kandy. They had all Indian representation. So also we had all Kerala representation. Some people came from Kota and also from Madras, South India, and we all went on very well.
So you really experienced the unity of the universal church. Interesting. Coming back to the Syriac tradition, the seminarians who belonged to the Syro Malabar Church, did you have Mass in Kurbana in Syriac?
Yes.
You did?
Yes, we were attending Syriac Mass in Syriac language.
But when seminarians from all the rites come together?
All together.
Wait a minute. Did the other seminarians also attend the Syriac Kurbana?
Yes. All the seminarians attended Syriac Mass. And some days Syriac Mass, some days Latin Mass.
Really?
Yes. So we had no discrimination. We did not feel that.
Interesting. So everybody, some days they came for Syriac Mass.
Yes.
It doesn't matter whether they belong to the other rite?
Right.
I see.
Also some Syro Malankara Mass also. Because Syro Malabar was in force when Marivanius joined Catholic Church in 21.
So did you complain? I'm just joking. Did you complain because the Syro Malabar was long?
No, we did not feel that.
You did not feel it?
No.
Latin Mass was so short.
But there was some kind of homily and so on there. So there is not much difference.
That's an interesting experience that you had.
Then you see, that is in Syriac. So we could not follow that Syriac language. So we were thinking that there was come from something heavenly experience. Then God is speaking to us in His own language, which may not understand, but there is some kind of music, interval English music.
So the music kept you awake.
Yes.
Okay. But what kind of Syriac literacy did you have? Did you learn to read and write?
Yes, we could read and learn everything very well.
But you never spoke in Syriac, did you?
Not in the colloquial language, But we could speak. We could speak as speakers or speech.
It is you?
Yes.
Okay. So where was your first mass?
My first mass in seminary itself. That means then the ordination day, after the ordination we say mass separately.
Separately. There was no celebration.
No conservation then. Single mass.
And who ordained you?
Okay.
And so when did you celebrate your first mass in the parish, in your native parish?
Next day we come to a parish and say mass.
Okay. Was that mass in Syriac?
There was a Syriac. We said mass for 1 or 2 years in Syriac.
Did you sing?
Yes.
You did. And
we had only mass in Syriac, and we had to sing. If you want to a mass, sing mass, you have to sing in Syriac.
Can you sing a little bit? Can you recall something? So let us go back to St. Joseph's Seminary in Mangalappuzha. I have 2 questions. One is about Father Aurelian. The second is about the pipe organ in the seminary. So let us start with Father Aurelian. Aurelian or Aurelian? Aurelian OCD. Spanish missionary. He was your rector or?
He was our rector first. Then afterwards, when seminary is given to our rites, and others came.
And did you have a personal connection with Father Aurelian?
He was my spiritual father, and I used to go to him every week. And I had spiritual instruction from him. That means he was a great mystic.
Really?
He was really mystic. And if we go before him, he knows everything. He look in not only our eyes, he look into the extreme soul. And he could read everything. We need not say what we are thinking. And he was always living in other heavens.
Really?
Yes. I had never seen a person like him. He was immersed in God.
Has there been any attempt to start the canonization?
Yes, canonization given, and he is surrendered God.
Okay. I'm sorry, I didn't know that.
You see, he came to India, never went back to Spain. That's a wonderful experience. He never thought of his family. All India and the Indians were his family.
Oh wow! Yeah. So let us go back to the music scene in your seminary at your time. Father Matthew Vadakir.
Yes.
Did you know him first?
Yes.
Please tell us something about him.
He was the one who published the Syriac books.
Yes.
He had his own press at Aramaic. And in that press, that every Syriac books were published. This breviary, then the Missal, and all the books of this feast celebrations. And one of his nephew was in the charge of that press.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Now let us come back to the music scene. Mangalappuzha Seminary had a big pipe organ.
Yes.
Who played it?
That one for Aurelius was there, OCD.
Aurelius.
OCD, he was playing.
Please describe him.
He was a big body. And
a big man?
A big
built?
Yes, big built. And he is a very good musician. Whenever there is a function in a seminary, he will come in the front and give directions to the students how to sing. There is arranging that speed and everything.
Oh, okay. Now, say something about that organ, because...
Organ, very few people knew that organ, playing organ. Then one of our famous father, Matthew Lanikan, one who was the Aluva Seminary. And he was years studying that. He studied very well the piano, and he used to play during the mass and during all the celebrations.
So he used to play that organ?
Yes, yes.
Oh wow. Oh, okay. Father Aurelius allowed him to...
Yes, yes.
Let us go back to the music scene.
Yes.
Describe your experience of listening to the music, the melody of that organ, the sound of that organ. How would you describe it?
There was something heavenly, you know. All kind of music put together. Then we will get that music. And that will come over the music actually, or singing music. And only very man who knew very well can play that. Everybody cannot play, no? And everybody cannot study also. It needs a lot of training also.
Yes.
So many days they have to train. And this far Matthew was every day, morning, evening, and the morning he was trained, getting trained.
Do you recall Father Paul Cordemalin?
Yes.
During your time, was he there during your time?
Yes, he was there.
He also was he's a good singer.
He was sang very well.
Yes.
And a loud voice.
Yeah.
And he could cover all the voices.
Yeah. So that organ, pipe organ, was unique because I don't think many churches had a pipe organ.
That was brought from Europe. No?
I want to ask you a question. When you celebrated your first Mass in Syriac, in 1962, the Kurbana became Malayalam. What was your reaction to it? Did you personally like the transition?
We were all prepared to accept the vernacular Mass. So we felt at home with the vernacular Mass. And also the changing of generation now. In our old generation, we could simply attend the Mass without knowing anything. But when we are more conscious about our language and grasping power, we all wanted to have in the vernacular, Malayalam. Then I think that is a change of the century, change of times. Then the bishops and cardinals knew that the world wanted a change in the language, and that was the liturgical constitution. They tried to be
right. So you were excited, you were happy that this was in Malayalam. Was there a difference of opinion on this matter?
There will be, because once some people are very much interested in singing English Mass, and that made people happy. So, and some people could say that music in their own way, and on the others are the hearers. So that may be a reason that for them to cling to that Syriac language.
What do you think about the current Malayalam solemn high Mass, the kind of music that we have in the church?
You see, actually, this in our Syro Malabar church, actual music training has not been done. That's not very much well composed by musicians. And normal tunes are used.
Like film?
Yes. So, with the liturgy, we did not get that musical feeling.
Interesting.
I don't say that all music are like that, but some are music, some very original music there is. But Tuye and so on, Tuye, that's all old method of singing, no? And that has no implication in the human life. And music must make us as create emotions. The Tuye never makes, because that may be a tune of the culture, that culture.
Easily singable tune.
That may be good for some time, but not as a music part.
Can you recall any Syriac chants that you liked very much?
Yes, several things.
One, for example?
Shvalava Ulauravala Nuhada Kudasha Kudasha Namisyana Dausutta Mariyam Yami Dana.
Okay. Ever felt sad that such a music tradition, language tradition was just left out?
But there is no other goal.
Okay.
Because generation change, mind change, culture change. So we cannot cling to the old method. No? First of all, you cannot study Syriac language. Nobody wants to study Syriac language. If you in our certain institutions, seminaries, they are trying to teach Syriac, but very few catch it. So we cannot say that language has to be perpetuated still further now. It's not possible. As it is in Latin. I don't think that very few people can. I still use my Sanskrit, Syriac dictionary and so on.
Oh,
yes.
Your Syriac dictionary?
There was Syriac dictionary.
Wait a minute, Sanskrit?
Syriac dictionary.
Syriac dictionary. You still use that?
Sanskrit also. There is a Sanskrit dictionary. But in India now people are trying to teach Sanskrit and so on.
So what do you think about that?
That may be good for some kind of a cultural rethinking.
Is that a reason why we should also give a little attention to Syriac?
Okay, some people can take Syriac and we can also rethink about our culture, old culture.
Oh, okay. So you don't mind?
We don't mind, and many people cannot do that. No?
At least a few people should.
Few people can.
Okay, so please tell about your family. You come from an illustrious family.
I am coming from Thachil family. One of our forefathers from Abraham Malpan, who started seminary at Arangal. And Malpanite, where the students studied under him.
Yes. Now, do you know there is a connection between us?
Yes. Abraham Malpan came to Pandipuram and that started the seminary, and that seminary was perpetuated by our Aurelian Malpan and also Chavra.
And the biography that Blessed Chavra wrote especially mentions that Aurelian Malpan took some of his students to go to Kutidur when Abraham Malpan was almost dying and asked for his blessing. So there is a connection between us. Thank you so much for your time.
I'm very happy to join with you because it's one of your favorite subjects.
Yes. It's wonderful that you share